Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns 4. Today we've got another Zelda 2 Randomizer Standard Tournament 2022 Losers Bracket Round 1 match here between levelengine and Pickles and Beer. I'm Star, and with me on comms today is Mariah. How are you doing?
Hello everyone, I am doing well. Excited for today's match.
As am I.
It needs to wake me up.
Mariah here bounced out of bed an hour ago. I set this restream up last minute. It's a little bit wonky, but we're going, and it should be a fun one. Yeah, apologies for the loud music. Level's audio is turned up way too loud. This is also my first time restreaming locally in 7 months. Also my first stream ever at this apartment, so it's holding up so far. But chat, if things blow up, please let me know. So far, there's no frame drops, so we should be okay, but we'll find out. Because we're about to get going here pretty soon. Looks like dropping at least seems to be decent. I'll retreat the level, and then we'll be off.
Alright, here we go.
Alright. And Vanilla Shuffled West. Again. Nice.
Our favorite. But in a serious way. Vanilla, we kind of meme on vanilla biomes, but I like Vanilla Shuffled. I like Vanilla Shuffled.
Yeah, it's
They're more complicated.
It is more complicated. It's interesting as to the implications behind the, connectors and everything.
Alright, well that just opens up our Vanilla Shuffled to be a whole lot less complicated now.
Yep, hammer right away is a very nice find.
Level getting a little beat up in here by these Dairas. I wonder if he just rolled out of bed recently as well.
Possible. Meter location, just the forest tile.
Well, he does get his attack level. We'll see if he sticks with his standard power level attack. That kind of came back to bite him in the previous race in the upper bracket. Which is why he's down here with Pickles and Beer in the lower bracket.
Yep. We'll find out. It does take life 3 here and gets his hammer.
Yeah, Pickle's still sitting at 1-1-1 and levelegine's over at 2-1-3.
Here's our first palace down here at the southwestern corner of the graveyard, and that's going to be Palace 5.
Yeah, probably not going to be rushing in there anytime soon.
I don't think so. Not with P5, one of the longest palaces in the game, and a real pain to do anything in without fairy, a glove, and any key or anything else, really.
Yeah, they're gonna check this bottom corner over here with the where normally the back entrance of Death Mountain is in vanilla, and then I'm sure we'll be off to the races, breaking down boulders and checking out the rest of the continent.
Spell and Mito here at the western end of the grid.
Parappa pass through that we're going to explore. A nice 150 from the orange Daira.
Oh, and that's straight on up to the northern side of the map.
Yeah, this should not take too long to figure out at all for these runners with this hammer. This just gives them complete access and runes. It ruins my Vanilla Shuffle hope.
It's not vanilla, because the vanilla map is so linear. Generally, you have to have it open up somehow via either pass-throughs or a hammer, and in this case, they got both. So it does kind of spoil the fun of vanilla shuffle biomes for us, indeed. Here's Rudo, which has life in it today, so no need for the trophy either. Okay. Here, the vanilla magic container cave.
Pickle checking the west side of the northern half of this continent first, and not really find anything. This is a big fat bag, kind of a big bag, but not game changing.
No. It does get some much needed levels out of here though. There's attack 3. And going to take life 3 as well.
There's a big bag for level 500 at the end of Medicine Cave there.
Nice to have. But yeah, the Vanilla Ritter location appears to be nothing interesting at all, considering I can't even see it.
Yeah, that's either going to be the pass-through tile. There's 2 tiles that look like road tiles on the west. They're both unexciting.
Yeah, there's P4 on the west as well in the Secret 1 location. Now, it looks like we've got a town at the northern end of the Propa Cave at Vanilla. Don't know how to get over to the Propa Desert yet. That's one of the challenges of Vanilla Shuffled Biomes, is how do you get to these segments anyway, but we'll eventually figure it out sometime in this seed. Just might take a while.
Yeah, both of our runners clearing what the other one just did, so... And there's nothing really to find other than P-bags, so I still no real progression yet, just discovery for these guys. Pickles is caught up in levels for sure. He is now. Is he going for the night? Is he going for the attack? He's going for the attack. Okay, so he's trying to make it 4-3-3, whereas levels sit at 4-2-3. Leaves a bag on the floor there. I don't know if he's gonna be back for that. There's a red dire over on the other side. Probably wasn't too big of a bag because we just saw a 50 bag show up on Pickles' side, so it's probably just a 50 bag if it came from the same small enemy type. Alright, we're finally going. Oh, nope, we're going to check over here first. We got a desert tile in the desert and a forest tile in the water.
Bacchus Woods area's got our final palace and a couple caves.
Yeah, we're looking for some of these towns that are going to give us some spells instead of this spell item blocked nonsense.
Okay, that's GP in Bacchus Woods. Good to know as we find Trophy Cave.
Well, there's the glove.
That's a good find. Once they get keys, you know, any key fair, just key drops, they'll be able to start digging palaces at some point. Though currently having just P4, P5, and GP, they don't really feel like digging those things right now.
Oh, we've got one of those. What? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, it's one of the 2 uninteresting road tiles that's sitting in a bridge spot and makes it look like the road is seamless, just heading south towards Staria Vanilla.
P-back here on Stonehenge. Okay. Again. 2 P-backs, a hammer, and a glove so far. Not the most interesting item set of all time.
A lot of experience in this seed, though.
Yes, there is. Is that but my comment was that, hammer block tile here is not a raft tile. It would have been funny if it was.
Yeah, nor is it our double bridge connector, so it's a whole big nothing burger behind the rock. Pickles getting a little beat up in this magic container cave here. There was a red dire he had to take care of, and I think he'll make it through this time. I didn't see if we saw a glimpse of what was at the end of it. Just across.
Just across. Not super helpful.
I don't know if Level has to walk this screen. He might have to. Sometimes, because there's normally a bridge here in Vanilla, sometimes you still have to, like, there's a lot of tiles in a vanilla shuffled that you can just step on, get into the screen, walk out of the screen, and then just walk over the tile and not actually have to deal with it. But sometimes when, like, certain tile types get put in their proper positions, like a bridge in a bridge spot, I think you still sometimes got to walk it. Every tile is a little different.
Is in Rauru at oh, that's a very funny looking Death Mountain for level. But I was looking away to another screen. Whoops. But Rauru has Reflect, which for level, which is good. Level's debating whether Pickles is debating whether or not he wants to go into Death Mountain, which it looks like he does.
He sees a rock. He sees Spec Rock over there, and I think he wants to get to that.
Makes sense. This cave he's in does go to the right, which might get him there.
Yeah, thankfully it's not actually going to be shuffled. The only reason, for anyone unfamiliar, the only reason we see a shuffled Death Mountain is that it would have to look like a vanilla layout with this flag set. Ouch. That's my elbow. Well, I guess we couldn't. Did we get to it? I looked down. I hurt my elbow, and then I looked down, and did we get to Spec Rock or no?
I did not. I was also looking away, discussing, and nope, we're dead end apparently.
Okay.
Trails has better eyes than we do, and noticed it first before he got there.
Well, I don't know what other pass-throughs we've seen. We only saw Parappa. Well, here's something. Never mind. That would have been the back of Ferry. So I don't know. Ferry, jump. Something's going to take us to... there's potentially 3 locations we will need to get to. It's going to be the island where P3 normally sits in vanilla. It's going to be the backside of Saria across the little river there that Saria closes the gap over. And then, of course, the Parappa Desert area, but I don't know. We don't need it for palace access, but we might need it for a cave? I don't know what else we're missing at this point. Heart Container Cave, maybe? Or the other I mean, we haven't seen a raft tile yet, I don't think, and we're missing we're missing the other continent cave connector that's going to exist on our western continent.
Sorry, we're having a bit of an internal restream discussion, so I'm distinctly distracted. Where was the Death Mountain connector, actually?
That's a good question.
Not that, but that is the east. Cave to the east in the swamp. And there's... Oh,
that's
okay,
right
both
there.
are in the... I guess that answers that question. Both in the swamp.
Yeah, there is so much experience in this early part of the seed here. 200 Dairas, 200 red Dairas, 150 orange Dairas, 500 bags, 200 bags. Our runners are decked out right now as levels walking into Death Valley volcano area.
I was going to say, interesting, that it looks like we've got an islands east. No boots yet, and which is going to make for fun getting around here. Hopefully they show up soon, but the game doesn't always do that. They've got a set of 4 caves here, all 1 Valley of Death, and I think 3 pass-throughs. Gonna check this one for... Oh no, yeah, no. Valley of Death, the connector cave, and 2 pass-throughs here, so the only way out here is either take a pass-through cave or take the bridge going north. And Level's gonna take the pass-through going west.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you've seen most of the west at this point. You've seen all the palaces, you've seen everything except for, I think, Heart Container Cave, and so maybe you just cruise forward. But then again, I don't know if we've seen Saria at this point.
I don't think so. We have... what was that hint there for Pickles? I just totally missed it.
Go west to find the heart, which I imagine is going to be in Heart Container Cave, because we haven't seen a heart anywhere else.
was going to say, so that's vanilla. 5 jars for the old lady. I totally missed a spell here.
Yeah, don't look to me for the signpost answer. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait till see what he gets off the old man here.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be life. Life is in Mido, and spell is in. Or I'm sorry, I have that backwards. I think we have spell in
shield.
What if shield?
Yeah, we got reflect out of Rauru, which Pickles just got. Life is in Rudo and spell's in Mido.
Yeah, so see, on the other side of Saria's area there, we have a bridge tile. It's either going to be a double bridge connector, or that's the raft tile, and that cave is going to be required to get there. So, yeah, that could be an interesting dig for that. Something the hammer does not open up freely.
Yep. Alright. This is the desert tile with the magic jar in it. I guess right back to New Kasuna for that item. Convenient.
And the funny thing is that raft tile, we might have to access it in reverse, is that we might find a raft here on the east to go west to see that just one cave, but unfortunately it's just going to be a heart container from what we know.
Yeah. So we are missing Saria, which could be of some use. Still missing Thunder, still missing Fairy, Jump could be of use. There's a river devil, so that's something to think about, especially because there's no bridges north of this island, or west off this island. Uh-oh. Granny's basement was a magic jar. So they can't go... We still don't know where these two islands are relative to the rest of the map, for the fact that there's nothing going north of the island north of that island there tells me that was probably the northern edge of the map, so this is... And this here is like the middle of the map, probably. I'm not sure where we are relative to west-east. That's the challenge of Niam Biome. Where are we in relation to things?
Yeah, exactly. We're just watching Pickles get a little beat up by the Moa there. I want to see what spell we've got in Old Kasuna. Oh, both of our runners are here, so...
Okay, yeah, this is west of the cave to the western continent.
We'll probably get a check from Level here as he walks out in this area.
And Fairy, alright, Fire Fairy's nice.
Well, that's gonna make the seed a whole lot easier.
Yeah, still 45 at Magic 3 is not cheap. Ouch. So on 6 jars of magic, Level can cast it twice. Okay, so this... Okay, so that Pasture Cave next to the cave from the west takes you one island over, and then you get a bridge back to the Bootstock, to the otherwise inaccessible cave on the other, near the western connector. So now they're heading further west and south. This is the kind of this kind of island biome navigation really breaks my brain with my completely atrocious sense of direction. Mariah failing the fairy feat, Pickle's not even bothering, Three-Eyed Rock exists, we definitely need a flute. And I see a bridge tile in what appears to be the southwest corner of the map. Toomey's Island, okay. And that's P3 or 6. Level is going to take a look in here. Pickles is going to go try and find some items. Has no luck, takes a look at this, and decides to obey and continue exploring. Mariah is restarting something right back.
Yeah, I don't know if either one of our runners checked that one little dead end right as you walk in. I know Level didn't, and I didn't see if Pickles did. I wonder if our item is just north of where we walk into this area here.
Pickles took a quick look north, it was not.
Okay.
Interesting. Here's a raft, speaking of things. But this bridge, by the way, was the southwest corner, if you missed it.
Yeah, no,
Here's the item room for level in this 3 or 6. I haven't seen windows yet, though I also haven't paid attention. And there's a raft tile.
Yeah, if he takes the raft, he's gonna see that. I wish he would take the raft because I think that'll give him a heart if that's heart container cave there. It could be nothing altogether though.
Ooh, and that is that. He did up A at the palace at this P3 or 6, so he knows he's got some health left over, but I'm gonna go for the fairy feet. It was not a bit.
Yeah, when
it's hitting like a truck.
When it really comes down to this, like you have one shot at fairy feet per life, you might as well just fairy the encounter because once you miss it, now you're kind of screwed.
No item, but it is a clean path back to the palace, so that's good for an up A.
Yeah, if only these bosses would build these palaces with some windows in them, we could tell where we were. Oh, level with the game over.
That hurts. Pickles decides he's also just gonna head in here. We've seen quite a few rooms in this palace. I'm not sure what. I still don't know what palace this is, but it's starting to feel a bit more like a 6 than a 3. Just with how many rooms they've seen and how many. And there's been multiple, a few different forks as well, but it's hard to say right now. No windows inside, that's another elevator, and enough pickles.
I can see why level engine went left, because there's a whole bunch of blue stuff to the right.
And I'm correct,
without
it is a
downstab.
P3, a P6. As you finally get a sight of windows, that's some bars. And this seed seems to be feeling rather green today. This is a very similar color to P5, and I'm pretty sure P4 was also a similar shade of leafy green.
Hyrule is going green.
Yes. GP is a dark blue, but all of our other palaces so far have been distinctly green colored.
Pickles hoping to see some dripper action.
Oh, Pickles does have the glove, which is not present in Market Tracker, the parent Coke. Yep. Yeah, Pickles taking a different exploration route in the east means he hasn't found the magic jars yet, which would give him 2 casts of fairy on each life. Speaking of fairy, that's a fairy block.
Yeah, level taking another page out of my book here. Take a bunch of damage and then shield. So yeah, he takes another death there, unfortunately. We're like 2 rooms into the palace. I might even be tempted to just up an A and get back here. And especially as hard as this room can be without downstab, I might just... He's got 2 casts of fairy. I might just burn one of those right there and then try to push this guy off the screen if I can't kill him, even though level has attack 5.
Yeah, it's just everything's hitting like a truck apparently, especially on only 4 hearts. He does have enough magic for fairy. I did notice on Pickles' side, ouch. Fire is still very expensive at Magic 4. I think it dropped all of 2 points from 45 to 43. Which doesn't really help anything.
Yeah, it's. I mean, at some point, it's just going to drop to pennies, though.
It will eventually, but
just
it's
hoping.
not right now is the issue.
Yeah, Pickle's not finding New Kasuto and not finding that desert tile and going not the way that level originally went is obviously setting him back to magic containers at this point in time. So level, through all the dead ends, has decided that we're going to go up and left here, and he's almost about to die.
Yeah, Does
Yeah,
that
when
mean
you're
that
this-
Pickles chose, like, routed badly in the east? He just took a different way, and it just turned out that one worked out better than the other?
Yeah. Oh, never mind. What was I gonna say? With level engine being so close to death, it might be time to just start burning fairies to get through some of these rooms, so you can just avoid all the damage. But he gets reflect off here.
Yep. 1-up and a P-back, 200-point P-back here, not too bad for Pickles out of this dead end. And that is a very convenient fairy for level.
Yeah.
Only certain enemies respawn when you leave and re-enter the room, yeah, although restarting the palace will respawn everything. That's a function of how this game works. Now the randomizer just, the original game has certain things for the enemies.
So we got an easy P6 here. Hopefully Pickles sticks it out and goes up and left. Oh, he's gonna ferry through here. Okay.
Not a bad choice with the other Knuckle Doom Knocker, just decides I don't feel like dealing with him.
Oh, he's going down. Okay.
The candle is somewhere around, like, he doesn't especially
Oh, okay.
but it is around somewhere. He hasn't, there, well, he just found it. Did pick up a key from somewhere, so it doesn't need to use a fairy on it, that's good. And Level should be finding his raft here shortly as he heads to the west and south, or east and south.
So this path might wrap back around to that Death Mountain room with the fairy in it that we saw level in, because that elevator goes pretty much right up into Barba. Hopefully that's a thing for Pickles here, otherwise he's going to go explore all of P6. Which is probably pretty unexciting. And we have not seen the second item on Maze Island yet, have we?
No sign of it. Nope, here's the island, okay.
Okay, so it's going to either be, yeah, I don't know what the configuration is on the opposite side of Saria then. It could be a cave to a bridge tile that's useless. Or it could be, whatever, I don't know. It's hard to, P1 magic key. It's hard to know. We'll have to see. We haven't seen anything but Parappa pass through. So these runners are going to have to take another pass through to see where everything is kind of laid out.
Yep.
I wonder what we were doing there. Oh, it was that I think Level might have not wanted to commit to going through Saria. I think he might be wanting to go back to Maze Island to check that second item, but it's probably worth just seeing where this goes right now, and then you can just come back. But maybe not. I don't know. He might get... I don't know. It's a tough decision. It's a coin flip for sure. Yeah, Pickles has got to head straight left. He's going to eat through another fairy cast, though. I don't know how many lives he has and how many keys he has on him. He's going to up an A. Yeah, okay, good. He's going to stick around. That's good, because Barba's really not that far from start, so he's just got to go right here to the next elevator, and then all the way up and left, and then next elevator up. And there's our Heart Container and Heart Container Cave.
As expected.
All right, so Level has left Maze Island behind. He didn't do the backtrack, which is probably fine. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe he just really wanted downstab. All right, Pickles is two Jesus. I have to reposition myself because my elbow and my desk just want to hang out together. Pickles is a few rooms away from Barba.
Yep, just needs to deal with it. Just needs to, well, do something with his Doom Knocker that's not dying. Hugo has the medicine today, so we will not need to dig that out for the spell, hopefully. Still no sign of a boot, which is concerning me a little at this point. As level pops into P5, I think this might be a "can I just find the darn boots, please?" moment. Yeah. Not looking for the second item in Mace Island, but having a fairly unfriendly Islands East layout that looks both boots and flute. Confirmed boots locked, and we also saw like three-eyed rocks. It's also flute required, and we don't have either of those things. Nor do they have a lot of things to do. It's so I guess Thick of Palace it is here for level.
They can also dig around Death Mountain if they want to. We'll see if they decide to do that on their way back to the Eastern Connector, since they're right next to each other. Level now knows that the magic key is in P1, but it's not like P1 isn't going to be dug for its item, usually. And the item might just be on the way to the boss, so it might not be that big of a deal. It'd be different if it's like magic key in P5, because then you got to go find it usually. But P1 is going to be easily pushed through, and all of that's going to be found.
Yeah, once they actually find P1's the bigger problem. Right now.
Yeah. I mean, it could be what's under Three-Eyed Rock at that point, and then it's, Magic Key comes at the very end of the game.
Oh, that's a game over on Barba for Pickles. Feels bad. Has to walk all the way back as level finds the pass-through version of this room from the left.
Levelengine with the P-Bag Gamble in the Minecraft, digging around here, and gets the 500 bag, but now has to make his way out of this nonsense.
Yeah, trying to deal with the flying heads and break the blocks the way that lets you get out at the same time is... it's not working too well right now. Decides, screw that, I'm ferrying.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, well, first, Level plays on an actual typing keyboard, so I don't know. He wasn't really didn't seem like he was able to break those top blocks that were right above him. That's something you can do in just the standard vanilla game, and he wasn't seemingly able to do that. And, well, here's the boss. What I was going to say, though, is that if he spends a life almost trying to get the P-Bag, and then he, ends up gaming over, it probably wasn't worth it to begin with.
Yeah, we'll see how he does here on Guma. And I think he might just go back in for the item with what they're missing at the moment.
He has the shield spell as well. He's not using it. It's almost a one-shot at life 3 to get hit by Guma.
Yeah, that's most of his life gone there, except for like a half bar. Pickles is back to Barba at least. Also, I like how you specify regular typing keyboard for levels.
Yeah.
Method of playing.
Well, I mean, yeah, based on community members and the way that they play, it's required.
It isn't actually requires clarification yet.
I don't want anyone confusing Levelengine playing on a keyboard, a musical keyboard, or anything like that.
Specification claim being that it's a keyboard used for typing, not a musical keyboard. Because they do actually have resident piano man Victor Santa Fe plays on a musical keyboard, and not a keyboard for computers.
Oh, Pickles!
Oh no, so close too.
That was a super panic move. He almost got hit by the fire from Barba on his feet, and he was on the edge of the platform, and then he didn't get hit, and he must have panicked and just gone in for the final attack. And why is he not ferrying? Oh, he's going back for a level. Okay.
I was gonna say, please don't tell me he has no magic left, because he's on his last life, and that would have sucked, but he's good there. Hopefully he can find just a bit extra experience, or if not, it might just work. Just let it go, move on. Hey, Nightcrawler, what? Genuinely a bit confused there. But that's enough for Pickles, and he's out of here. Let's see if he finds a second item here in Maze Island, because neither of them have found it. I think it might be in the southwest corner here.
If it's the flute, this could be a big deal. Or the boots, I guess.
Would be big finds right now, yeah. Because they need it. Okay, I'm wrong. It's not in this corner. And I'm... Is it over here? Nope. I am a little not entirely sure. I have kind of lost track of where this item could be then. It's somewhere, I'm just not sure where we haven't seen it.
Yeah, so I haven't seen the cost of fire at Magic 6 on level side, and Pickles just got, well, it's apparently like 10. It looks like it's about 10 or 12 at Magic 6.
I was gonna say that is substantially cheaper, yes. Level is on a roll, yes, Trails. Pickles here, just kind of a Pickles took a different route in the east, which means he is missing 2 magic jars that level has, and because of that had a substantially harder time in P6, which is, I think, about the difference between the two is just that routing difference in the east, or most of it. Also a little bit of routing difference in the west, but it's mostly the eastern routing, where Level went north and got 2 magic jars, then went west. Pickles went west immediately. Going west found you Maze Island, going north found you 2 magic jars, essentially, and that's the difference.
The second item, I don't know where it's at, but it sure is evading Pickles.
It really is, as level takes a death here. There was not a hint for P5 Trails, it's just that we're running out of things and places to go to and do. We're missing boots for a flute for Islands East. We've mostly exhausted our overall locations. That is the item we saw for Pickles. Oh yeah. So yeah, level is in 5. We've seen the items. We've got houses 4 and 5 in the 4, 5, and GP in the west. We've got P6 on Maze Island, which had the candle. And I got 1, 2, and 3 in the east, 2 of which are Valley of Death and Three-Eyed Rock, the third of which is probably boots locked somewhere they haven't found, which they don't have boots to get to. This was not a friendly Islands East, unfortunately, without boots, so they would really like those before going back. The issue is that their options for boots, or flute, kind of suck. We've got Speckle Cave, we've got Speck Rock, Hammer Cave. Brain's really not working right now, apparently. Oops. We've got P4, we've got P5, and the other item in Maze Island, which seems to... I don't even know where it is, because poor Pickles still can't find it.
Well, did he look around the palace? Because,
he did.
Or...
did that as the first time he got there, is he found just a magic jar in 5, which is nice, but not progression of any kind. There we are, finally.
So this was up in the north section that both the runners skipped in the very beginning. That's interesting. It's just a heart.
That feels bad. So, P4 and Death Mountain, I guess. Oh, P4, Death Mountain, and the Valley of Death Palace exist, which is one of 1, 2, or 3. We'll see P4 here first for level. And then presumably he'll either go to Death Mountain or to the Valley of Death Palace looking for his next item. I think at this point... Oh, here's a very fast carrot rock, but I think at this point Beggle's gonna try and head for that raft tile now.
Yeah, all that digging in P on Maze Island for this item, and it was it would have had to have been something really worthwhile for all that time. What if Level's unable to find what he needs, then he might be back there as well, but I don't know. It seems like he's on a better path right now.
Okay, so that was the Indie Key I did this stat earlier. Oh yeah, if it is P1 in the Valley of Death, that's one more item off the list of possible things they can do, because they don't need the Indie Key. Especially for level, because fire's dirt cheap at Magic 6. I'm not sure what it is on Magic 5 for Pickles right now.
So we're not digging the item out of 4. Apparently.
No, I'm surprised Level isn't, considering he spent quite a good while in 5 looking for that item, and he's not doing 4. I don't know why. Huh. I guess maybe because Carrick was pretty quick, but I'm still a little surprised. He's just gonna go... where is he going?
I think we're going to the Death Valley now.
Yeah, I guess he was thinking about going back to Maze Island first, because that's where the cave to the west goes, essentially. And Pickle's getting his container. At least he'll die less, which is helpful.
Yeah, he didn't get a shield spell out of New Kasuto, so, or was it shield in Old Kasuto? Was I wrong in that?
Shield is in New Kasuto, fire in Old Kasuto.
Okay, right. So he's gonna go in on Guma, and it's might be a 3-shot, probably a 3-shot with like 6 heart containers, probably a 3-shot, but it could be just a 2-shot. He's gonna need to be careful without that shield spell.
We'll find out.
And I don't think he went back for his downstab either, so this could be a tough fight for him.
Here's P2, not green for a change in this seed, for a level in the Valley of Death, which is good in that this is not the Indie Key. They don't really want to go find... so P1 is either Red Rock or presumably Boots locked somewhere on this east. I'm just kind of assuming they're boots locked out of the rest of the East, because there was not a lot of options to get around this map.
Yeah, I didn't get a good chance to look at what the island looked like where Thread Rock was, because they just went over to Maze Island, and I didn't see the full border of it.
I don't think there were really any ways off it either. But I could be wrong. Island biomes break my brain quite a bit. There's no boots to have. Oh.
Yeah, and this kind of sucks for Pickles because Mito was just right next door to P5 here. He could have just dipped in, got downstab, and come back like Level did.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's still down 2 magic containers. There's one here in 5. Or he's down 3, I guess, but when Level was in here the first time, Level only had 6 until he found that 7th one. But So he's down 2 that Level already had when he was digging through here, and might have had a... No, I don't think he had a cheaper fairy. I think Level was still only at Magic 5 at that point as well. But still, it had several more fairy casts to get through these doors and whatnot, these rooms.
Yeah, it doesn't go into the Crumble Bridge at least, but it does take a death anyway, as I say that. Fairy has dropped considerably in cost at least. It looks to be probably about 18. As there's the flute. So I guess Three-Eyed Rock is the next stop. After Level beats Helmet Pit here.
Easy game. Hammer right off the bat on a vanilla shuffled west. Flute not too buried when it's required. Maybe the boots will be in 4. Maybe Pickles will find the boots. Maybe that'll open things up and really change the flow of the seed for these runners.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna put up a poll. Where have these boots? No, prediction. Let's see. Where have these boots gone off to? Because we haven't found them, and I do think that this east is boots locked. And there's only so many options we have left with the things. So your options for boots are, let's see, the Three-Eyed Rock Palace, P4, Hammer Cave, and Spec Rock, I think, are options for the, yeah, I think those are options for the boots. Three-Eyed Rock Palace, assuming it's P3, P4, Hammer Cave, Spectacle Rock. We've seen all the items in the west. We've seen... or actually, no. It could be in... well... oh no, it's either any key... so it's either 1 or 3 in Three-Eyed Rock. 1 gets us the any key, 3 gets us the medicine, which gets us spell, which gets us spell tower. So it kind of depends on which one that is.
Yeah, predictions for item locations can be complicated.
Yeah, Thunder is either in the Buru or Darunia level, both of which we haven't seen, or neither of which we've seen. Fairly sure both are boots locked, somewhere on this east. The other spell we're missing is Jump. Again, if you're a bit of where those towns are, beyond probably boots locked. So yeah, that P4 is definitely outstanding. We haven't seen either Death Mountain item. I don't think we can find our eastern P-back caves, since we don't have, yeah, we've only gotten one overall item out of the east, which was the desert tile. We don't have either P-back cave, we don't have the water tile, but again, I don't think we can get to them, it's a problem. Seen both items in Maze Island, so yeah, prediction incoming, chat, for a fairly quick one. Where's these boots?
So here's a magic container for Pickles. Still ain't able to find Gooma though, which is interesting because Level found Gooma very quickly.
Yep. It is at least a magic jar for him. Ouch. I wonder if Level's gonna go see about where Level's going next. Looks like that's heading back to the east. And heading back north, okay.
Oh, there's the River Devil block that we can get through now.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was also a River Devil block that we could get through. Whoops. So that is one more island at minimum to explore here. There's P3. So that's jump here into Buru, past the River Devil.
Level Engine almost didn't want to take it.
Yeah, but this changed his mind and decides maybe this will come in use for something. Won't be too much probably, but sometimes GP just forces you to get jump. Yeah, we've got to go find the kidnapped child somewhere, so that's gonna be extra fun, wherever that's gone off to. Big shout out to this seemingly being a potentially rare River Devil seed here out in Islands East. Depending on where exactly those boots have gone off to, prediction might be a little funky, but we'll find out.
Yeah, you always think the River Devil's in play until you realize the boots were actually in P4 and Level just skipped them.
Which is very possible, yes.
You want the River Devil to be more useful, but he rarely is.
Rarely is. Usually in most islands biomes, you get the boots relatively early just because there's only so many places you can go without them. There are only so many places you can go without boots on this Islands East. The game just doesn't want to give it the boots to us anyway, because game's mean. Maybe level 1 left and started to find Goomba. I honestly don't remember trails.
This is P3 that where you jumped into here for level that was right next to? Okay.
This is right next to the River Devil.
Yeah, Pickles, unfortunately, that's right. Pickles doesn't know this trick, or maybe he does. He's got to get the jar out of the statue head to despawn the door so that he can not have to ferry through. Or he just gets a key from the drop pool. Okay.
That works too. Why not? And I just looked away and completely missed what the item was here in 3. Oh, that was medicine. Duh, we knew that. Trails, we know P5 is a magic jar, but if Pickles digs out the child or the boots out of P4, this could be fun.
Alright, it's absolutely confirmed. I have no idea where Gooma's at in this palace, and neither does Pickles.
And neither do I.
Somebody call Level Engine. P2 had
the whistle. Trails, P4, Trails, level 1 into P4 found Karok like 3 rooms in and quit for some reason.
I think Karok's at the bottom of the first elevator in P4, and that's why he just left. After killing
it was
him.
like immediate Karok, so he decided to just go back later.
Well, I hope Pickles finds Gooma soon. Oh my god, he almost fell off into the lava. Oh man, Pickles on the wrong spell. Eats through a ton of his magic. Wanted to cast Fire Fairy, but I think he cast Reflect instead.
Oops.
Rebo is probably not too far away from where we're at here. We've explored a good portion of this P3.
Yeah. And speaking of, there he is.
At least Rebo has a good taste in curtain color. So the power leveling strat has worked for him here in the seed. I was a little concerned because in his last race, it was the same Fire Fairy combo, and he left magic a little low, and Fairy kept costing a lot to cast, yeah, that cost him, perhaps cost him the race there. So that was interesting. But able to make it work this time.
Oh hey, here's Goomba, finally, for Pickles. It looks like we're towards the eastern of the map maybe now for level, though again, still hard to tell relative to anything. And there is a bridge south of this island, so we'll see where that goes once level close out this cave. This is Risen P-Vac Cave, so let's see what the item is here. This child, alright. That's a good find for him. That will get him Thunder whenever he finally gets to Darunia. Wherever that is.
I guess we don't roll tough seeds in the afternoon on Sundays, because this seed has been pretty straightforward.
It's been pretty straightforward. It's just been long, I think, with all of the hiking and the item builds and everything. Like, that was not the friendliest food location, and these boots are hiding out. Okay, that's a mountain to the left there, but going south again. More bridges.
Yeah, so Gooma's a two-shot for Pickles at life 5 with 6 heart containers, unfortunately.
Here's the water tile for level, which he cannot get. Here's a couple of forest tiles. And that's the end of the road, okay. Couple caves here. He's just trying to get a gauge of this map, and Darunia is confirmed hard boots locked. Somewhere on this map. Definitely need it. Did turn out we could find the remaining palace without it, but no boots.
Yeah, so what, Death Mountain P4?
Death Mountain P4, and the Spell Tower.
Oh, right. So that was a super long P5 for Pickles. I think he combed over that place more than once looking for Gooma, unfortunately, and that cost him a ton of time. And, oh, no, go get your down stab. It's, No.
Going, yeah, you need to go left for this encounter. And unfortunately, that was a pretty major time loss for Pickles, just not getting the magic jars early, but getting the really, really lost P5, costing him a lot of time. Level's just gonna go get clear P1, maybe get the NDE. I don't know how much it's worth it, considering fire is as cheap as it is, but there is that, at least for him. We know this is not going to get him his. We know when he knows this is not boots.
Yeah, we'll see if he digs it out. If he finds Horsehead first, if he digs out the item, thinking that he might run into that room in Great Palace. Here's his item right here anyway, doesn't matter. The thing that could help Pickles here is if the boots are in P4 and he bothers to dig it. We'll have to see.
Yeah, because because Karok was really fast. It's like you go in, you go right, you go down, or something. It's like 3 rooms in for level at least. You're done with that, and he decided to bail out of there, so Pickles could gain time on that. Or deciding to go to Death Mountain first could save him time.
Pickles is trying to figure out where 4 is again.
Yeah, there it is.
There's our Karok.
Alright, and we'll see what Pickles chooses to do here after Karok.
The thing is, he probably feels like he's behind, so now he might just say, you know what, forget this, I'm leaving.
Yeah,
and we'll never know.
Which would make sense for him, which we know that this could be a major, this could be a difference maker. Level is... If P1's usually the shortest palace, but Level's not having a fun time here.
Yeah, this is interesting that this P1 is taking this long.
Yeah, apparently it's just going to be a full clear from front to beginning to end here for Level, because he has seen quite a few rooms in here and has not found Horsehead yet. And Pickles is out of 4. We're not seeing that for a bit then.
Rip the item in 4.
Yep. And if that's Boots, it's last locationing. If it's not Boots, we're never seeing it. What if both runners picked up a hint for 4 that we missed? That is possible. I've been multitasking of several different things today, so I'm honestly not sure what has and hasn't, what all hints we have and haven't seen. Okay, that's 19 Fairy from Pickles. His spell list looking pretty sorry as he still hasn't been to New Pseudo, still hasn't found the flute. It just hasn't been his day in general, I think. Level is extremely turned around here in P1. I have no idea where this Horsehead is. Okay,
yeah, no
Pickles
kidding.
is going to the valley. That's good for him.
I don't know if there's like a duplicate room or something that's messing up levelengine here. I feel like he's been through these rooms already more than once.
Yeah. No, Clem, he hasn't found Horsehead yet, otherwise he wouldn't be in here, because he found the Yeti key already. I think he's just lost. I'm lost, but that's not new.
Okay, I think this is new territory here for Level. There's an elevator going up, and I think we'll be good here.
Hopefully. And yeah, finally. Those look like you take basically every wrong turn possible here. Okay, so that's gem number 6 for Level. Doesn't even bother to get me. Just gonna discard the gem. And oh, here's the Runia. Never mind, I did not see this in the Angelina Island. So he will be able to turn. Yeah, you'll be able to turn that in for Thunder, and I guess you don't need boots after all. Never mind, huh? I really did get lost on this map then, go figure. But that'll be Goma for him. Yeah, boots are not required, but River Double is. Happy 1 hour, everyone. A little bit late, but we're finally in go mode, and levels out of here. More runners to follow here, levelengine and picklesandbeer, as well as my co-com Morale and our tracker BT Slacker.
Yeah, GP's just sitting in the forest over here, so we're gonna have a 103 and some change entry here.
Yeah. 103.36.
Yeah, if we see the hard upstab block, that I mean, it's not a gigantic setback. We know that level has a bit of a lead here, but if he sees that hard upstab block and then goes every other direction in a longer GP, it might cost him. It might cost him some time. So we'll see.
Here's Flute for Pickles. That'll be very into this room with a fairy in it, which is nice that you don't have to deal with a chicken or something. You can get a fairy or an enemy in this room, and this particular one is a fairy. And a chicken and waffles and syrup room, with the chicken giving some business here to the level. And a big and another chicken.
No sign of any glove upstab blocks. No sign of a Thunderbird. I don't know if I'm disappointed yet or not.
Yeah. At least this is a nice, relaxing blue color. And yep, that's enough. We definitely have chickens in the house. This does look kind of cerulean, yeah, color-wise for this GP. I quite like this shade of blue.
Hoping to find helmet hitter soon for Pickles. Dead end for level. Plenty of options remain, though.
Chat something about the jump spell and upstab skip. I do believe level did pick up jump from the Guru, so that may be an option. So if they get the S-shaped upstab block, if they come at it from that, end up fighting in that direction, then that could be an issue. Kingbot controlling again.
Pickles down stabbing through some blocks. That's yeah, he wanted to try to block the Staphos, but ended up taking the bath there.
Level is surviving that room on no health. That Kingbot took all of it out. But does get through in one piece. Barely.
And there's Helmet Head.
This, I think, should be Magic 6 off this gem.
Wow, level walks the ferry, well, flies the ferry, navigates the ferry around the fireball and the firebird at the same time. It's very nice.
And then takes it up. These chickens hitting hard in this room with low ceilings. Not really a lot of ways to avoid them, unfortunately. this is
Whoa.
Level's last life, so we'll have to see how this goes as they find another chicken.
Here we go. Takes a bop right off the bat, unfortunately. I think he's got probably 2 more hits for himself. That is, not to kill Thunderbird.
T-Bird's got a lot more, yeah, but I think it's 2 hits.
Oof.
Now he's down to no health at all, and that's a game over. Ouch.
Does he remember how to get there, though? That was a lot. There were a handful of elevators in there, I think.
Yeah, you have to feel bad when you game over on T-Bird. Especially after doing a pretty good chunk of GP. You don't know where your opponent is. He could be right there, right behind or even behind of you, and that can be a deal breaker. That can be the deciding factor in the race. Here's the end key for Pickles. Hopefully he spent a little bit less time here in one than Level did, because Level got extremely lost in here.
Yeah, I don't... he's gonna have to go left at one of the elevators first before going down all of the wrong routes. And I feel he's probably going to spend a little bit of time in here. But levelengine did, I think, up in at least one time, if not twice, in this P1. So
Level casting Fairy in this room and realizing, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I think it was by accident, because he just got... well, this chicken gives you good business, but casting Fairy in this room gets you absolutely nowhere, because you run into a glove block immediately. Doesn't quite die to this King Bomb, but this room did take out his entire health bar. I think it's that left here that's a way to horse it, but I might be wrong for Pickles.
yeah, he's got to go up and left and then continue to hold left. It's like all lefts.
And that's death for Level.
Yeah, so as we're seeing what happens with Fire Fairy seeds is that every room where you can cast Fairy, you just cast Fairy and go, because there's no reason to deal with any of this. This palace would be a whole lot more difficult if we couldn't just cast Fire Fairy every other room. Thankfully, there are some waffles and glove blocks, though, so yeah. Oh!
Oops. That was not an intentional lava bath, but that feels bad. Yowp. That platformer room can be a little bit tricky. Those are not very large platforms, and he is also down to his last life again, so we'll see how this goes, as Pickles is somewhere in P1.
Yeah, I don't exactly know where he's at in P1. He's, I know what room he has to go left in, but I haven't seen it yet. Maybe he's already passed. He's got to go left here.
Level is down to his last life trails again. And
Oh my god, this room.
okay, survived, but he's now down to 1 heart. And I'm not even sure he'll make it out of this room in 1.
Yeah, he had a chance to go down to get below the beams, but it was too late. Once you bring the birds over here, getting down this is a nightmare.
And that's a game over. Ouch.
I mean, this is what Pickles needs, but he needs a lot of this, and this is as much time as he needs to get back. I don't think Level's going to spend that much time in this GP.
I don't think Level's gonna game over that many more times now. Hopefully.
I mean, ferry is so cheap. We should be like whenever we're ferrying through tougher rooms, we should probably be casting shield as well. I don't know if he's bothering to menu to 2 different spells every single time, though.
Yeah, Pickles would also have to do this GP better, and this GP is rough. Chickens, and more chickens. The king bots are not helping, and everything else is just kind of adding to the pile.
Yeah, the reason it might be a little bit easier for Pickles is that he's gonna have more heart containers, but just 1 extra, unless he finds one somewhere else along the way.
Yeah, it would be nice if Pickles at least made the GP before level finished. Kind of depends on how much longer it takes Pickles to get out of this P1, well, how much, which shouldn't be too long now, but how long it takes to find Thunder and do P3 while Level continues to deal with GP. I forgot about this. Oh, that's where the and Pickles also has to find a child over on the eastern route map.
Yeah, he's still got a bit of stuff to do. Especially because he's probably gonna walk in, get up stab, and get the hint exactly. I guess what Pickles really needs now is for another game over on Thunderbird or near Thunderbird, and then a potential hard up stab block after Thunderbird before Darklink. That would feel so bad if I was Level. Oh my god.
It would if he game over another time. This would be a major.
Wow, even on attack 7, I don't think Level was getting all the down stab spam he could have gotten there. It just seemed like that bot took a lot of hits even at attack 7.
I think so. Bill's managed to get through that platforming room without a death this time. That's good.
Doesn't grab the jar. He's too good for the blue jar. Level.
Level, you've game over twice in here. I would not be leaving that out. Pickles is heading north, that's good for him. It is where he needs to go. I might just need to go troll through Z2R to find out where those boots went, and see if there was any chance of actually picking things up. As that's a death for Level. Only his first on this life, so that's good. And that's not where those Pickles. I think where it is relative to here, but it's not there. What we got in here at 103.36, it is 117.14. 14 minutes here in this GP almost already. Does not feel good.
Well, he's got 1 hit here, but he's also got a life in reserve.
Oh, Pickles finally going to get a magic jar here. Would have liked this quite a while ago, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I will just not comment anything about Level's favorite fight to avoid the Com's curse.
He's not gonna die. Damn, I tried to curse it.
But does get through it. As here's shield for Pickles. And more GP.
I tried to curse it because he's got another life in reserve. It was all good. It was for suspense. Oh, he's gonna have to take a. Well, maybe not. This could be the fake out fairy room. Plus, he can farm a jar if he really wants to.
Yeah, does have to make the jumps though, which is easier said than done. Yeah, and Pickles is going in the right direction. Good. And Level is going to go take it out.
He can't get the jump onto the platform there.
No. As mentioned, he is a keyboard player, and that is a finicky thing to do.
Yeah, so it was the fake out fairy room here. They look exactly the same, and it's meant to. That's what it's meant to do. It's meant to make you think that it's the fairy room when it's really not. Wow.
And there we are. This is Level's last life, so hopefully Darkling doesn't troll too hard.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and say without wanting to curse, this is a pretty easy fight. I think he's got this. Oh, well, okay, well, maybe not. He's still in shield, though, so I don't know.
There we are. GG's to Level finishing up. First place, 119.49. We'll be moving on to Losers Bracket Round 2 with this win. And Pickles' audio is extremely quiet. Yikes. That is the loudest I can make his audio go, unfortunately, chat, so we'll just have to deal with it being extremely quiet. Let's see if we can't find Level for an interview here in a minute. Presumably taking a short break, as Pickles has found Rebo. Mariah, do you want to go dig Z2R up for the boots, or should I?
I'm quite lazy. I'm not too interested. I mean, everything was accessible, so it's just...
Fair enough. I'll go take it like tap on Rebo for Pickles.
Yeah, I have one question for Level whenever he gets in here.
Yeah, Level is going to get clunked with Big Slap Moon next in Losers Bracket Round 2. Should be a good matchup there. We'll see how it goes. Just being funny with me.
I think this is where our child is at in Risen.
It is, so this will be good for him.
See, I only think the GP was a little difficult because the lack of shield casts and the heavy bodying of damage with only 5 heart containers. I think that's kind of like the GPs I like to play through there. They require you to kind of take a moment to let the birds do their things, and then you try to get around them. But Level was just kind of just pushing through the birds with his body, and that cost him several times.
Yep. Alright, is it just... Okay, Very glitch on my end. Alright, let's get Level in here, and I did find where the boots were in the Z2 edit, so let's discuss that. Hey Level, GG's.
Hi. Thanks.
GG Level. Level. The lack of shield casts were driving me crazy. Were you just like not remembering to cast shield, or were you just trying to
dodge the enemy as quickly as possible? The smaller hitbox on Fairy, pretty much the latter.
Okay. Well, is there anything that sticks out? I mean, from our perspective, it seemed pretty straightforward.
Until I die, until I game over twice in Great Palace.
Yeah. We were hoping for a little twist and turn, but it's like right from the beginning, it got the hammer for the Vanilla Shuffled West, which really opened up so much. The only thing you couldn't access right away was Heart Container Cave, which we did have a hint at some point that the heart was on the west. So when you guys found everything else, we knew that the Heart Container Cave only had a heart container in it. And you found that, correct?
They both did eventually, I think.
Yeah, I think you both did. Yeah. The one thing
how you had to get there, though.
Yeah. Raft to Saria to Heart Container Cave. What you didn't see was the second item on Maze Island. That was another heart, luckily. Oh, okay. And you dipped out a P4 because Karok was right at the bottom of the first elevator, and you dipped out a P4 without.
What was even in there?
We don't know.
Nobody's found it.
Dig it up. It's not boots, by the way. I did look up where that went. Want to know where boots went off to? Because it's silly.
I'm gonna say Spell Tower.
You would be correct.
Outstanding.
This game really did not want you to get around that east easily. You had to get... Fleet was recorded anyway for 3-eyed Rock, but you certainly weren't getting boots to make that map easier either. I can go to find out the item in P4. It's just minutes. Where is it on this list?
You also opted to skip upstab when you were in Darunia there at the last pull for Thunder before going into GP. You just gambling on that hard upstab block not being required. We were hoping for some sort of troll in the scene. We didn't get it, but that was quite the gamble there. You passed right by upstab.
Yeah.
But you're familiar with how to do the vertical skip. I know that much. So
a little more than that lately, yes.
Yeah, the only thing that would have stopped you would have been that one room. There's only one way to see it as well, from the bottom, and then it's a very low chance. I'm with you on the gamble there. Sometimes it's a very low chance of seeing it.
Well, P4 item, by the way, was the trophy, as it turns out.
Okay, so we had P4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just P4, Death Mountain, and the Spell Towers, the places that we didn't uncover. I think that was the only 4 items we didn't see.
Just about, yeah. I think we might have been missing, Water Tile was missing, but we weren't getting that.
Oh, right, yeah.
There wasn't much left, because they're, wondering, okay, where's... It's at some point it just becomes, we're kind of locked out of the east without boots or flute. Let's find that, and we didn't see Darunia at first, so I thought if Darunia was hard boots locked, but apparently this was a rare Islands East you could do completely bootsless. Well, there were, of course there's the water tile, but in terms of actual needed items, the boots were not recorded at all.
So was there anything, again, from our perspective, it seemed pretty straightforward, just the way that everything was uncovered, but was there anything on your end that you were ever really concerned about throughout the run?
Dying dying too many times on Great Palace.
Yeah.
And also Palace 1's just last location in Horsehead's room.
Yeah, that P1. Wow, yeah. Yeah, you had a better P5. The thing is, so the divergence happened is that you walked into P6 just a little bit before Pickles did, and Pickles had a horrendous P6, and it took him a little bit longer than you did in P6, and then he decided to dig out the second item in Maze Island, and he covered over the entire Maze Island, and the second item, or one of the two items, when you entered into Maze Island, there was a little dead end just up above where the Maze Island bridge brought you in, and it was up there. And he didn't come back to that spot for a little bit. He was, we were hoping it would be like the flute or the boots or something useful, but it ended up just being a heart container. And so by the time he found it, he spent so much time finding that you were already through P5 at that point, I believe. And he also jumped into P5 after you did, but he didn't grab downstab before going into P5. Mito was just west of P5.
I remember at least where that was.
Yeah.
And after that Palace 6, just having a little bit of trouble in there, I knew I wanted the downstab for everything else after that point.
Exactly. It was very blue. There were a lot of blue iron knuckles and a few do knockers in that P6 that were beating both of you guys up. But he went into P5. He spent a very, very, very long time in P5. And without downstab, he was in all directions. He took him a very long time to find Goomba, and that was really, I think, what hurt him the most and set him way back was the Maze Island dig for the second item that ended up not really being useful, and then taking forever in P5. But other than that, I mean, P4 was fine. That was an easy P4 for everyone. P2 seemed all right. I think it took him a little bit longer to find Helmet Head, but he found the flute without any problems, which, of course, we needed. P1, he did a little bit faster than you did. But I mean, I don't know, he still had to look around and do things the same way kind of that you did it. But it just seemed like maybe he had higher levels at that point. He had higher life levels, I think. P3 was straightforward. So it was really coming down to that Maze Island and P5 for really, really setting him back.
Yeah.
Oh, and the thing, I guess, early on is that you found New Kasuto, so you had you had the magic container out of the basement after getting the magic container from the desert tile. So you had two other magic containers from that northern area up there by New Kasuto. Pickles did not find that until like 20 minutes ago.
Basically. Yeah. It was
Yeah,
it was basically the end of the game by the time Pickles finally went to New Kasuto, and so he had, between that and lower levels, just not having as many casts of fairy was another big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I saw fairy was stable to fire, I figured it might be a good idea to just get a bunch of magic levels and not wait too long to just get that as high as possible.
Well, that kind of is that what happened in your previous race as well? Wasn't it Fire Fairy?
Maybe.
I think it was, and I might be misremembering, but I thought it was a Fire Fairy in your previous race, and you kept magic a little low, and the fairy cost was a little high, and that was really hurting in your previous race.
Yeah.
I mean, I recall doing something like that recently, just misplaying pretty badly with just not trying to prioritize magic over attack on a cheap fairy spell.
Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to see where Pickles was. Did Pickles just game over in that one room that was right before Thunderbird?
On T-Bird.
On Thunderbird.
Okay, on Thunderbird. Yeah, question in chat for you, Level, but the answer is yes. Is that, do you know how to do the upstab block skip? You've done it recently.
You can't actually skip in the first place. Yeah, that was in that seed that took like 2+ hours.
Yeah.
Having to get the 2 keys.
Yes.
Great
yes.
Palace. When does that even happen? How often does that even happen?
I don't know.
Very rare.
Yeah, that was a very wild seed.
for sure.
Oh, Pickles, you can't hang out on the floor with the fairy spell. You get sucked into the lava.
Yeah, you need to be careful there, unfortunately.
What level your next opponent is going to be Big Slabu. So that should be a good race as well. This whole bracket is what?
I'm sorry.
This whole bracket has been great. We've got so many amazing players. Upper bracket, lower bracket. It doesn't matter where you're at. It's a lot of hard races here moving forward.
Yeah. To be fair, I tried swimming in magma this seed too. Where I really shouldn't have.
This GP was not the greatest. Yeah, and then speaking of tough opponents, if you beat Slamu, you're getting either Chroma or Elendar next, and that's gonna be a tough matchup too.
Yeah, that's gonna be definitely tougher, especially if it's Chroma.
Oh yeah, I mean Chroma is the defending champion. He's a tough matchup no matter what else. And then we've got on the other side, losers bracket. We've got Paratroopa, Jake Coper, Patrick, and JJ Schmidt there. And
yeah, as of today, I've still yet to just win an entire Zelda 2 randomizer tournament.
Yeah.
I got second place 2 tournaments in a row.
Yeah, no, you're capable of it level. Sorry, what?
On the second one, I got second place. Did Rose City Saint retire by that point, or?
Which one was that again? I've slightly lost track, I'm afraid. What was that last?
Well, I remember Rose City Saint. I couldn't beat him to get the championship title on my first second place finish, and then Chromaticalism basically took his place as the guy that I couldn't overcome.
Yeah, that would have been what last year's. Max Rendo was Patrick and Trails for finals. Would have been what would Standard last year and
I'll be right back.
HGL last year? Alright, bye level.
Yeah, it would have. RCS's final tournament was, or at least we say final in air quotes,
now,
but
at least.
Yeah, his last appearance was 2021 Standard.
Yeah.
But he got knocked out in the lower bracket, and that was that.
Yeah, Slamu took him out, losers round 1 or something? Was super quick. Trails went out early too that year. That was interesting.
I think it was round 2. That RCS went out.
Might have been Trails that went out with losers round 1 or something. Then I remember that both of them went out almost immediately. It's like, oh, okay. Both of the longtime favorites are out immediately. I guess we've got some interesting stuff. That was pretty fun. Alright, back to Team Group of Pickles. Yeah, Slamu took out RCS last year. It was an upset there. I kind of forgotten what happened to that race, but it was oh, okay. That happened. Thunder and Reflect taking out the entirety of Pickles' magic bar here.
Yeah, I just Level left to be right back, but I'm pretty sure Level can't bring himself back into the chat whenever he comes back. So I don't know if that leaving worked out. Probably should have just muted and walked away.
Depends on what he had to do, because maybe he was starting audio or something. So echo is kind of common on his end anyhow, due to the way he's set up. Alright, T-Bird's down for Pickles. Should hopefully be done soon. I'm not sure how much life he's on right now.
This is okay. I was about to say this seems to be a tricky room for both of our runners here, but Pickles does get he does get up on that platform, that crumble bridge block. The thing is, well, he doesn't need fairy though, and it's fine. He can just walk it. He doesn't know that there could be a scary bird on this thing, but there's not. It's just a little bot. But you can get up on the edge of that first crumble bridge and not break it, so you can stand there, and then when you break out the jar, in case it's a bird, the bird lands on the platform instead of the floor. It's a really bad way to describe it because it's not happening right now. You'd have to see it in real time. But yeah, there's a way to do that room that's very, very simple. Are we on our final life here, though?
I think he
one
is.
hit. The thing with the corner strats is that you got to make sure that. Oh boy.
Oh dear. And that is a game over and he dot quit. GG's, Pickles. Alright, don't blame him for calling it a day there. Game over
Well,
on Dark Link when you know you've lost the race just feels bad.
to finish that thought, it's that when you're doing crouch stabs like that, don't get jumped on, is what I was going to say.
Yes, yes indeed. Alright, Pickles has got to get some dinner sorted, so will not be joining us, but Level is back, so let's see what... So, hey again, Level.
Alright, I'm back.
That thought, it's that when you're doing crouch stabs like that, get jumped on.
Well, he got the Dark Link.
Yeah, unfortunately game over, then he's decided to call it a quits.
Level, for the record, are you still playing on a typing keyboard?
Typing keyboard, yes.
Nice, okay. See,
Yeah,
it's funny because we have to specify.
We got the Dark Link.
Yeah, we have to
Yeah,
specify.
it's true, we have to specify because there's Victor playing on... Okay, so typing keyboard versus musical keyboard. Victor also, like, sometimes plays on the latter.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I guess that's going to be that. I mean, Pickles, unfortunately, this is lower bracket, so Pickles, this is his second loss. And so Pickles is out of the tournament. He's not super new to Z2R, but he's also not a super veteran by any means. He played a handful of seeds pre 4.0. And since the 4.0 was released last year, he's been kind of brushing up on all of that. Jumped into this tournament. Did well enough to get into brackets. He actually has, he's from the Final Fantasy Randomizer community. Him and Devious RNG also was part of this tournament as well. They both came in from the Final Fantasy Rando community. And Pickles took out Devious at the very end. They were both 2-2, and then Pickles beat Devious in the match, went 3-2 to move on to brackets. Devious went into the play-in race for 2-3, didn't make it, got to the Nibiru Invitational, and you can check out that bracket if you're interested in what happened there. But that's where Pickles comes from, and so he did fairly well for his first tournament here, making it into the brackets. So GG to him. Unfortunately, though, 2 losses immediately bumping him out. But Level, you're moving on, as we said, to Big Slamu, and that's happening sometime starting this week. We've got, I think, a week until next Sunday to finish or to get our races scheduled. So plenty of time. But yeah, GG to you, GG to Pickles, and good luck moving forward. But that's going to be it for me.
Yeah, that's about it for me as well. GG's once again, Level. Good luck against Slamu next round. Let's see. Give our runners
I'm also going to get a good luck for the upcoming Big 20, since I'm going to just try to enter into that too.
Oh yeah, good luck on that.
I think I have like 13 of the 20 games down or something, so...
That's good. I guess mine telling us what the Big 20 is.
Like all done by
now. What is the Big 20, actually, if you want to explain that?
Well, it's going to be this speedrunning marathon that's going to just take place across 20 different NES games. Well, it's not going to be like the entirety of all 20 of these games, because then we'd literally be there all night.
Gotcha, yeah, so good luck on that.
So, for example, Super Mario Brothers, which is going to be the first of the 20 games people will run, the goal is to beat World 5-4.
Gotcha.
And then Ninja Gaiden is next, but the goal there would be to just beat Act 4. You don't have to go all the way to Act 6 and take out the final bosses. So on and so forth. Just a decent portion of the game you would have to run in most cases. And there also are some games that are like short enough that you might be asked to just run the whole thing, like DuckTales.
Sounds interesting, so good luck on that as well then, Level. And give him a follow, give Pickles a follow, and give Mirai a follow as well. Thank you for co-commenting with me, Mirai, and thanks to our tracker, VT Slacker, as well, for doing the tracking today. But this shall be it for us here on ZSR4. Coming up ahead on the ZSR schedule, we will be raiding over to ZSR Main here in just a minute. They are going to be restreaming the Majora's Mask Randomizers Standard Tournament Season 3 Losers Bracket Round 3 between Ikola and Marco. That's on ZSR Main. Then at 4:10 Eastern on ZSR2, we'll have a Link to the Past Randomizer Cross Keys Tournament Brackets Round 1 Game 2 match between Gamachu and Willard J. Bradley. And then it looks like currently the next match on the schedule for Z2R will be Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, the Naboo Invitational Tournament semifinals between TH and CS Tutor. So we'll see you all there. And thank you for watching all. We'll see you next time. And have a good afternoon and evening.